Okay, so there is a huge development happening that's signaling a massive shift for the XRP ledger, and we're going to break it all down today. And this one is really for you, the active XRPL participants, the ones who are accumulating by actually using the tech, not just staring at the charts. All right, let's get into it.
We've got two major players, SBI Ripple Asia and an XRP native protocol called Doppler Finance, who just announced a partnership. And believe me, this is not just another headline. This is a foundational move for the whole ecosystem. So, what's this all about? What's the big deal? Well, at its core, this partnership is all about bringing something to the XRP ledger that's been, well, kind of missing: institutional-grade financial products. And they're starting with yield. And they are thinking big here. The official announcement lays out 4 key goals. First, building new ways for XRP to actually generate yield. Second, digging into the tokenization of real-world assets. Third, providing top-tier, secure custody. And finally, really expanding what XRP can be used for, way beyond just payments. Now, for anyone who's kind of new to this, RWA tokenization might sound complicated, but it's pretty simple. It's just the process of taking real-world stuff, like real estate, art, stocks, you name it, and turning it into a digital token on the blockchain. This makes those assets way easier to trade and manage. We're talking about a massive market, and this move positions the XRPL to be a huge part of it. All right, let's look a little closer at what both of these companies have actually said about this deal, because this is where you really see how aligned they are and just how big their plans are. So here's what Rox, who's the head of institutions at Doppler Finance, said. This collaboration is about expanding XRP's role beyond payments and positioning it as a productive, yield-bearing asset. See that? The key words are productive and yield-bearing. It's about making XRP an asset that actually works for you. And SBI Ripple Asia is saying pretty much the same thing. They stated they aim to accelerate the development of secure and transparent yield infrastructure on the XRP ledger by combining Doppler's on-chain framework with SBI's experience. You see the strategy here, right? It's brilliant. Combine the fast-moving tech of an XRPL native with the muscle and experience of a financial giant. And I really can't overstate how important this is. This is the very first time that SBI Ripple Asia, that's a joint venture between Ripple and the Japanese financial behemoth SBI Holdings, has officially partnered up with a project that was born and raised right on the XRP ledger. It's a massive stamp of approval.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Why does a deal like this matter so much right now? Well, because it's all happening just as this tsunami of tokenization is about to crash into the financial world. Get this. Recent reports are now estimating that the value of real-world assets that could be tokenized has hit $400 trillion. Yeah, trillion with a T. Just let that sink in. It just shows you the mind-boggling scale of the opportunity here.
And here's why that's so powerful. As Securitize, another leader in this space, put it, quote, the benefit of self-custody. This is a fully regulated environment. Your ownership is recorded, recognized, and protected. This goes right to the heart of what crypto is all about, having true, undeniable ownership of your assets. So, all this institutional action is awesome, but it brings up a really important question. What about you? While these giants are just now laying the foundation, how can you get in on the action right now? Well, here's the thing. This whole trend, it actually gives the biggest rewards to the people who are already in the game, the ones who are already active. See, instead of just waiting around for news to move the price, smart participants are accumulating by introducing other people to the power of self-custody and hands-on use of the XRPL. They're literally building value by growing the network one person at a time.
All right, let's bring it all home. With all these huge developments, what's the #1 takeaway for you?
It all comes down to a shift in your mindset. On one hand, you can be a passive holder, buying on an exchange and just hoping the price goes up. Or you can become an active participant. And that means actually using the ledger, practicing self-custody, and creating value with the community. Because you know what? At the end of the day, there is no better crypto education than actually doing it. Learning by using the technology is way more powerful than just reading about it. And that's exactly what communities like the XRPtipteam are built around, showing people how to jump in and participate directly. The journey is actually pretty simple. You learn, you participate, and then you teach. It all starts with learning self-custody, using a dedicated wallet. Then you start to participate on-chain. And finally, you show others how to do the exact same thing. This whole process creates this incredible system of continuous value, what the XRP tip team calls infinite tip streams. It's the exact model they guide their members through, and they use the XMN wallet because honestly, it handles everything you need in one place. So here's the bottom line. While the big institutions are just getting warmed up, a growing community of active users is already building the network's future today. The future is being built by those who do, not just by those who hold. If you're ready to make that shift from being a passive holder to an active participant, you can learn how at xrptipteam.com.